Somebody has to say it, so let me be crystal clear. Barack Obama is not the president of the United States. Somebody has to say it, so let me be crystal clear. Barack Obama is not the president of the United States. He does not have the authority to speak on behalf of our country, and he does not represent our people. And he definitely does not have the right to hold foreign meetings as if he's sitting in the Oval Office. For 8 long years, we watched him put America last. Then his policies continued destroying America under Biden for another 4 years. Biden, a puppet for everything Obama left behind. And now he thinks he can go globe-trotting, sitting at NATO tables, making promises to foreign nations. Excuse me, sir, no. We have one president at a time. And as of right now, that's President Donald J. Trump. If Obama is not smart enough to try to conduct foreign policy without the authority of the White House, he's not just breaking the law, he is violating the trust of every single American citizen who expect the election to mean something. The Hatch Act is clear, the Constitution is clear. And to Obama and everybody else who's trying to operate a shadow presidency, consider President Donald J. Trump's words your warning. You don't get to speak for us, and you don't get to act like you're in charge. America is taking its voice back. We don't need you. We don't need your failed policies or your backdoor diplomacy. Sit down, stay out, and remember, you had your shot, and you didn't do a good job.
Well, President Obama, former President Obama.
Yes, people can't stop. These are new videos surfacing on social media. People are going off on Obama. For people who don't know, on July 16, 2025, Barack sat down with Michelle and Greg Robinson, where Obama made comments about the importance of young boys having diverse role models, including gay men. He suggested that exposure to different perspectives, such as those from a gay mentor, could help boys develop empathy and a broader understanding of masculinity. This remark made during a discussion about raising emotional intelligence young men among some black men who felt the comment undermined black fatherhood or promoted an agenda they disagree with. Reason you see people reacting this way, it is important. I show you people reacting to this. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor should do that. It will do you no harm. If you share the video,
Well, President Obama, former President Obama is at it again. This time he's out there stomping for young black men to have gay mentors in their lives. Wow. That's interesting. Obama had the largest platform in the nation and quite possibly the world for 8 years. It would have been nice to see a good portion of that time trying to ensure that, I don't know, maybe that more black children have fathers in their homes. Combating that fatherlessness issue, which is the worst problem of black America, could have and should have been a hallmark of Obama's presidency. I mean, why would the first black president not take that issue on? Why would he not take it on head on? How about creating a task force? How about a national presidential mentorship program aimed directly at it with all the fanfare and promotion? How about making that good cause for a real problem more popular and successful than Black Lives Matter, which is a bad cause for a fake problem? I don't know. Maybe he was just too busy, cozying up the nations that hate us and giving them billions of dollars, I guess maybe. Or maybe he was just too busy trying to figure out how to perfectly light up the White House with blasphemous colors. I know some people are going to say, they're going to say, well, he gave some speeches and he promoted a couple of organizations. Yeah, sure he did. But as president, he could have made significant strides and real change. He didn't. That's par for the course. Obama has become filthy rich, and he has moved on up way past a deluxe apartment in the sky. Is that what his hope was as he was pushing for change and running on both? It must have been, because the vast majority of his base got neither from his presidency. And now they're getting some real bad advice.
So let me get this straight, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. When Trump said he was gonna run the first time, they laughed at him because they thought, ain't no way this dude was gonna win, right? Until he proved them wrong and he whooped Hillary. But just before he won the election, when he started picking up momentum,
You might be wondering why a lot of people, especially the black community, is offended by this. I did research. This is some of the reasons. Perceive undermining black fatherhood. Critics has noted in sources like The Road and Sam Vincentine interpreted Obama's remark as implying that black fathers alone are insufficient as role models for their sons. Some fear this elevated queer mentorship over traditional family structures, which was seen as a slap in the face to black masculinity and fatherhood. The perception was particularly strong among those who value traditional gender rules or sees black fatherhood as already stigmatized. That is one of the reasons I saw. So along the way, when you look at this and people's reaction should tell you something. Some say it's cultural sensitivity and homophobia. That is one of the reasons they outline. And some went further to say, in fact, I don't know, misinterpretation and context. Like, we didn't understand what Obama was talking about. Millions of people reacting to this are that foolish enough not to understand what Obama was saying.
so let me get this straight, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. When Trump said he was gonna run the first time, they laughed at him because they thought, ain't no way this dude was gonna win, right? Until he proved them wrong and he whooped Hillary. But just before he won when he started picking up momentum, a guy who wanted to stay in power started running all these smear campaigns. But then they came out 2 days later and said, oh yeah, absolutely did. And then have every social media platform in the world, every social media platform in the world running with the same story saying 100% helped Trump win. And this was all because the guy who was handing over the baton did not want to hand it over to a Republican, but to a fellow Democrat who he could control. Now, fast forward through his entire presidency, he was mocked, laughed at, smear campaigns kept going the entire time, even though he did a great job. The entire time it went unnoticed, unhighlighted, even though he had no business because his time was expired. We knew this. Boom, that presidency ended. Speaking of Trump's term, he said, you know what? I'm gonna run again. That entire time, this man was in court, starting under his presidency, because God knows how many impeachment he went through.
Yes, I'm impressed that this is happening. Obama currently is receiving massive backlash on both sides, especially the black community. This is something I never expected to see in 2025, but here we are. The first case, the comment he made in his podcast with Michelle triggered people. A week after we saw this, when you take a look at this, identity politics does not solve problems. Electing a black or a female president isn't a fix for America. We had Barack Obama, a black president, but what did he prioritize? Not black issues, but other agendas. The point is clear: race, gender, or reality doesn't guarantee competence. Focus on ability, not identity. This is someone responding to him, and I'm impressed to see people standing up because the situation at this time is proving to me like black people are awake, they are seeing the truth, and I'm impressed. People want to see justice, like, oh, Obama should go down, things like that. Why some says Obama and Trump has immunity? The Supreme Court made it. So was it to favor Trump? Those are the questions people are posting on social media.
Michelle Obama still lives rent-free in his head. I think the fact that Malia graduated from Harvard still lives rent-free in his head. And it's just the very swag that Obama has that he will never have. In fact, there is a viral clip going on right now. Check this out.
Touch them up and go. Oh, ching-ching-ching. Here comes the stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer.
Yes, you see? He will never
be cool.
have swag. He will never be cool.
Never.
And that's just what this is about. It's very high school.
So that would mean that nothing Obama did, because you didn't say no, that only you have immunity. You said president.
These people can be real. Look at the kind of comparison they're putting out. Oh, Obama has swag. Oh, you can't be this. Thank you guys for always been there sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. You can share the video. If you see short videos after this, that is for the white algorithm.
No matter how good the dad
is, he can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college.
We are specific.
A driver's license.
Yeah, you got.
What a voice. I cried. But
Any barriers, don't mind making this easy. People line up for my advice. And you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like, I line up.
It is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial. 100
has been overwhelming. The lies and
Not going to end.
He says, but what if he says self-defense? Like,
There's no self-defense.
This is definitely a self-defense case. Was it
Registration Act.
you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered. Winter does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
How bad is his reputation going to be?
It's bad.
I need to connect the dots.
Going to carry a level of weight.
Let's just get straight.